Hello, this is Ambariam. I've found a replay site that I believe the replays are free on, so I'm branching out a little bit. Instead of doing my own games, I'm going to cast other people's, and hopefully I can figure out how to let them know that I'm casting them so they can come watch their own replays. Spawning in the top left corner, we have the red Zerg Pox. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the blue Terran LgNavilo. This game is 30 minutes long, and I can only upload a 15-minute video to YouTube, so we're going to have to speed through it a little bit. It's definitely a macro game, but there are a few interesting moments where they tried to make it a little bit shorter. We're going to find those spots. Okay, this is the important moment. LgNavilo sends out 2 SCVs, and he's going to try to put a bunker on the low ground. I believe he's then going to move it up to the high ground, and he's got 2 barracks pumping Marines out. This is it's not quite all in, but it is a bit expensive, and it is going to put him a little bit behind. I'll slow it down for you. The first bunker gets up, but the second bunker doesn't look like it's going to make it up. You got too much static defense here with the spine crawlers, and Pox is able to push LgNavilo away. But LgNavilo just salvages his bunkers and doesn't lose all that much for his troubles. Alright, skipping ahead, we're going to find that these 2 players are both very interested in macroing. So let's see how well they do at it. Pox is at 41 drones, and LgNavilo is only at 31 SCVs. So the red Zerg, the Zerg player definitely has an advantage in this game. He went a little bit more economic and was still able to hold off the early game pressure. I don't actually know how this game turns out. I haven't watched the whole replay, so I'm going to be as excited about it as you are. Oh, we have our blue Terran player is going mech, which is pretty gutsy. This is a fairly big map, cross positions, and it's a little bit hard to get your army across the map to actually affect the Zerg because of how slow and ponderous the mech army moves. But oh wow, we have some mutalisks out pretty early here at the 10 minute and 37 second mark. I don't even see a spire. So how did he make these mutas? Okay, this is this is awesome. Your caster can't find the spire. Okay, there's the spire. Alright, so he sends out these mutas, and there's turrets going up at home. That was good. I don't know if he scouted it with his barracks or what. Here, let me look at his perspective. Okay, yeah, he scouted it with his floating barracks. Great move, by the way. If you have an extra barracks, you're going mostly mech. Use your building. Fly it across the map and see what they're doing. Or if you're going all bio, use your factory. Let's look at the CV count. Okay, LgNavilo is actually caught up and passed in the worker count. And let's check his army tab. Okay, they're just about even, 90 to 89. Zerg has 1 more, but that's not a huge deal. So let's see what happens here. All right, the Zerg's gonna fly in, pick off a couple little things, maybe. SCV? Nope, doesn't get that SCV. Gets 1 Marine, loses 1 Mutalisk. Okay, that's not a good trade. So the mutas really don't do a whole lot. These Hellions, they get in the base. Do they get any kills? 2, 6. Okay, so they get a few drone kills. Well, let's check out the army loss tab. So the red guys lost a little bit more. The Zerg players, Pox has lost a little bit more. They're both poking at each other. Let's check the units again. Okay, but they're evening out. The mutas don't do a whole lot though, and they're a bit of an investment. So I would say the Zerg player has lost his lead because of going more expensive mutas before he had his 3rd base fully up. He decides to throw down a 4th. We're going to have to speed this up. Mutas slow down this 3rd, but it still gets down. The Terran player is going Thor, which is a good move. I don't think you need quite this many Thors. it's nice to have 3 or 4, and then to start mixing in tanks, because unless the Zerg player is going entirely muta, in which case you want Marines. You don't want all these Thors. Mutas do a little bit of work. There's a nice battle that's about to happen in the middle here. Zerg players on 4 bases, Terran players on 3 bases, but they're still about even. They're both maxed out. I would say the Terran player's got a little bit of advantage going into this fight. He's maxed out with Thors and Marauders, and Pox is only on Roaches. They are 2/2 Roaches, and the Terran player's only on 0/1 Marauders and 1/1 Thors. So this is a fairly even fight. But they both kind of just walk away from it without having lost any economy or bases. I would have liked to see these Overlords actually had some Roaches in them. I would have liked to see them fly in the side and drop on the minerals at the same time as the army was pushing in the front. I think he would have gotten a lot more economic damage, and I think he just could have been a little bit more effective. But both players come out of this pretty even. The Zerg player is on a healthy two full mining bases? 3 mining bases at this point. But he's at 66 drones. I think he could have a little bit more. I think he could be at more like 70 or 75. And the Terran player's at 72 SCVs, which is quite a lot for a Terran player. I'm very impressed. Yeah, he makes a mistake of moving onto the creep. He does get a lot of damage done, so it's not pointless, but it's not super cost effective, and he can't really retreat over this creep. Does kill a lot of Roaches, like I said, but eventually he's going to get cleaned up. So let's get to the end. I want to see some of the late game battles. They're both trading, but on the creep, so the Zerg player is able to push him back to the base, but the Terran player's macro is keeping him alive. The Zerg player gets too far, loses a lot of units. The Terran player did something nice right over here. When the Infestors threw their little beach balls, the Terran player attacked the Roaches until the beach balls popped, and then the Terran player backed up so that the infested Terrans would not be able to do any actual damage to the units. So the Terran player didn't take any damage from the free units. He gets his fourth down, and he turns it into a planetary fortress. Anytime you're expanding to a dangerous third, or a dangerous fourth, or a dangerous fifth, etc., it's a good idea to turn it into a planetary. Unless your army is really close by, that planetary is going to keep it alive. You're also, because of the Mutalisks, going to need a couple turrets. Alright, let's see what happens here. Okay, he loses a few Infestors. Terran player picks up the Thor, smart move. A few SCVs are lost. Blue player goes down to 55. Mutalisks come in. That's nice. They're still alive. It's nice that he's kept them alive. Roach is wreaking havoc, but blue player doing a good job of keeping his mech army fairly mobile. The medevac count has grown. Oh wow, the Zerg snipes the planetary fortress. That was surprising. That's unfortunate for our blue player, because the Zerg player's he's now got his 5th hatchery up. But he's not super saturated. I think he needs a few more drones at his... Yeah. He needs a few more drones working at this base here. Because that's his lifeline at the moment. That and this, but... yeah, he needs to get harvesting. I'm not sure where all his workers are. I guess are they idle, or... No, I don't know. Not sure where they all are. Alright, let's see what the killing blow for this game is. I'm going to bet on the Terran player, because he's got the medevacs, tanks, Marauders, and Thors at this point. He's got a mech army that's actually fairly mobile because it can pick up. Okay, we got Broodlords. Now, the Terran player has nothing to deal with this, so he's probably going to lose this fight unless the Broodlords are maneuvered very poorly, because there's only 3 Thors, and 3 Thors... One of them's trapped, so he can't help out, really. Oh, yeah, this is a situation... This reminds me of Wings of Liberty. In fact, I don't know how old this replay is. It was uploaded recently, but it could be fairly old. This map is not one of the new maps on the pool. But the Broodlords camp, and then the army protects them from getting hit. The Thors do a good job of focusing one or two Broodlords, but there's just too much damage output from these Broodlings. And this game is over, it looks like. Well done from the Red Zerg Pox, and better luck next time for LgNavilo. Both players played a good game. Nice drop over here at the same time, but I think this game is all but GG'd. Let's see it. Let's see it. Okay, come on, guys. Let's see it. Into the production. Okay, this is when he GG's. Once his production is camped. Yep. Okay, well, actually, he doesn't GG, so he's a little bit upset about that. But good game for both players. I think that the mech player, if he'd spotted he spotted the Muta switch, which was great. If he'd spotted the Broodlord switch, he would have had Vikings out. He was pretty good at adapting and countering his opponent's units. So thanks for watching, and come check out my YouTube channel, Ombriam, or my Twitch channel, Ombriam.